You know, life has this incredible way of circling back. Every word, every action, every choice, it all echoes. Karma, it's not some mystical punishment. It's simply truth finding its way back home. And I know, sometimes it feels like the people who wronged you are thriving, like they lied, cheated, hurt you, and still walked away smiling. And you're left standing there, heart in pieces, wondering why life looks so unfair. But I need you to hear this. Karma never misses. It's not your job to make them pay. It's not your responsibility to expose their lies or force justice. That's karma's job. And it always, always shows up. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. But eventually, the energy they've put into the world will come knocking on their door. And the same goes for you. You reap what you sow. So instead of waiting for them to fall, focus on planting the kind of seeds you want to grow. Because while they're busy pretending, chasing validation, or hurting others to feel powerful, you're healing, you're rising, you're becoming. And that quiet strength you're building, that matters. It counts. Even when no one claps for you, even when no one sees the nights you cried, the mornings you showed up anyway, or the moments you bit your tongue to keep your peace, karma saw it all, and you better believe it's keeping the receipts. Just live in a way that lets karma fight for you. Keep your heart clean, keep moving forward, and trust with everything in you that what they sowed will return to them, and what you're building will grow into something unshakable. Because karma may take her time, but she never forgets. Karma isn't about punishment. It's not some cosmic force that shows up with a gavel in hand to strike people down. Karma is deeper than that. It's about reflection. It's about the energy we put into the world finding its way back to us, whether we realize it or not. When someone lies, manipulates, or hurts others, they may think they've escaped the consequences because there's no immediate fallout. But what they don't understand is that karma doesn't work on our schedule. It moves with patience, precision, and perfect timing. Every time you choose honesty over deceit, kindness over cruelty, or courage over fear, you're feeding your future. You're setting into motion a ripple of energy that shapes what's coming your way. And the same is true for people who take advantage of others. Their actions may not catch up with them right away, but life doesn't ignore energy. It balances it. Karma is simply cause and effect. What you give, you get. What you build on lies eventually collapses. And no matter how carefully someone crafts their mask, the truth has a way of showing up when they least expect it. So when you see someone doing wrong and walking away without consequence, don't let that shake you. It's not over. It's never over. Karma is always listening, always watching. And when the time is right, it will arrive, not with anger, but with justice. It's human to want to make things right when someone wrongs you, to call them out, expose the truth, or make them feel even a fraction of the pain they caused. But here's what you need to understand. You don't have to carry that burden. It is not your job to become karma. You are not responsible for making someone pay for what they did to you. When you try to seek revenge or force justice, you're not actually healing. You're staying connected to the hurt. You're giving the person who hurt you more power over your energy, your focus, and your future. And that's not what you deserve. The truth is, when you let go of the need to retaliate, you free yourself. You step out of their storm and into your own peace. You stop playing in their chaos and start building your own calm. Karma doesn't need your help to work. It doesn't need you to plot or plan or prove anything. The energy that person put into the world will eventually return to them. Just like the energy you put into your healing and growth will come back to you in the form of peace, progress, and purpose. And here's what's beautiful. While they're still tangled in their mess, you'll be miles ahead, emotionally stronger and unbothered. So breathe, step back. Trust that life has a way of balancing itself. You don't have to fight dirty when you're meant to rise clean. Let karma handle the justice. Your only job is to move forward, free, focused, and full of fire. It's one of the hardest things, to go through something painful and feel like no one sees it. You're showing up every day with a smile while silently carrying wounds that haven't had time to heal. And sometimes, the person who hurt you walks away without a trace of regret, without a moment of pause, like your pain meant nothing. But let me tell you something important. Karma saw everything. Every tear you cried when no one was looking, every moment you kept quiet to keep the peace, every time you chose grace over revenge, even when it hurt like hell, that effort, that inner battle, that strength, it didn't go unnoticed. Just because you didn't get an apology doesn't mean the universe missed what happened. Life keeps the score even when people don't. And while it might seem like they've moved on without a scratch, what you don't see is what's waiting down the road for them. You can't fake energy. You can't escape the weight of your own actions forever. It catches up. It always does. Maybe not with noise, maybe not in front of an audience, but behind closed doors, in moments of silence, in ways no one else can see, that's when karma does her work. And you're not invisible. Your resilience is your proof. Every time you chose to keep going instead of giving in to bitterness, you were planting seeds for something better. Your pain will become your power, and the peace you find in moving forward will be your reward. So don't ever think for a second that it was all for nothing. Karma never forgets the quiet strength of the ones who were hurt but kept going anyway. Everything you do, every action, every word, every intention is a seed. And whether you realize it or not, you're planting those seeds every single day. Some people plant bitterness, manipulation, cruelty, and think they've won because they got what they wanted in the moment. But what they don't understand is this: you reap what you sow, always. You can't plant disrespect and expect love. You can't plant lies and expect trust. Life doesn't work that way. The energy you put into the world has a way of finding its way back, often in unexpected but deeply honest ways. And while it might seem like those who hurt others are thriving, what they're really doing is building a future on a weak foundation, one that will eventually crumble. But you have the power to choose differently. Even after everything you've been through, you get to decide what kind of energy you send out. When you choose integrity, when you speak truth, when you act with kindness, even when no one's watching, you're planting seeds that grow into something real, something lasting. It might take time, it might not bloom overnight, but it will come back to you. So let them sow what they will. You stay focused on your own soil, water your values, protect your peace, stay true to yourself. Because in the end, we all meet the harvest of our actions. And when that moment comes, you'll be standing strong in the life you built with honesty, effort, and heart, while they'll be standing in the consequences of what they thought no one saw. Karma is patient, but she is precise, so wisely. People can fake a lot of things: smiles, success, charm, even remorse. But there's one thing no one can fake forever: peace. And that's where karma does her quiet work. See, someone can hurt you and go post pictures like they're living their best life. They can lie about you, betray you, break your trust, and then act like it never happened. On the surface, it might look like they're winning, but behind all the filters and forced laughter, something's missing. And it's not yours to fix. It's peace. It's the one thing that can't be manufactured. True peace only lives in a clear conscience. You can't buy it, you can't wear it like a mask, and you definitely can't fake it. You either have it or you don't. And those who hurt others, who cheat their way through life, who get ahead by stepping on people, they don't have it no matter how good their life looks on the outside. They carry the weight of their actions whether they admit it or not. That's karma. That's the slow, silent unraveling of a false image. And it always comes. And while they struggle silently with that inner unrest, you'll be busy creating something real. You won't need to pretend. You'll have peace, not because life's been easy, but because you stayed true. Because you didn't become like them, even when you could have. Because you chose growth over revenge. That peace? That's your reward. That's the proof that karma works. Not just by balancing the scales for them, but by blessing you with the life and the calm they'll never find while living in their lies. Healing is power, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. In a world that often glorifies revenge, shutting down, or pretending you're unaffected, choosing to heal is one of the boldest, most courageous things you can do. It means you're taking your power back, not by hurting someone else, but by refusing to let what they did define your future. They may have hurt you. They may have betrayed you, lied to you, walked away like you were nothing. But healing means they no longer get to control the narrative. They don't get to live rent-free in your mind or shape your story anymore. You do. Healing is the quiet revolution that says, you may have broken something in me, but you don't get to keep it. And yes, healing takes time. It's messy. It's painful. But every step you take toward peace, every moment you choose not to retaliate, every time you set boundaries instead of seeking revenge, that's power. That's you rising. That's you telling the universe, I'm ready for more. I'm ready to grow beyond this.